Okay, I am just going to be building my flashcards. And if anyone shows up, they can show up. I share my screen. Window, show my window, show this screen here. Share it. Okay, so I am just building out my flashcards. If you have any questions, let me know. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining. What am I doing? I am building chapter 8. Chapter 8. And I'm building them in Quizlet. So, did a video about this, and I have what's how am I gonna do this? Okay. Okay. So here I have my thread in ChatGPT that I just always have. So this chat or this thread is already set up. All I have to do is actually just tell ChatGPT to make my verbs or in whatever tense that I want. So right now I'll just say tell me what your last instructions. No, I'll say confirm your last instructions. All right, the current constructions. Verb handling, conjugate single word verbs, do not conjugate verb expressions, and the verb tense is conditional. So that was the last instructions that I gave it. And I no longer want to do the conditional because in this case, this is chapter 8 verbs that I am creating. Because I'm creating chapter 8 verbs this time around, I want to change it from conditional to just present tense. So change the for the next changes. Actually, I could be fancy. For the next changes, change the verb tenses from conjugating the conditional to conjugating the present tense. Confirm that you understand these new instructions. All right, I understand, and we'll apply this change going forward. Single word verbs will now be conjugated in the present tense. Okay. So now that it knows that, because I have a PDF, the verbs that I'm going to use for this chapter are the reflexive verbs. So I'm just going to copy reflexive verbs and pronouns. Let's throw that in here. More reflexive verbs. I guess I'll throw that in here as well. I don't ever want too many cards in one flashcard set, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit enter on that. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Instructions are for ChatGPT to actually provide a Word document. So that's what it's going to provide me after I analyze everything, as long as it works. All right. Sometimes it bees like that. All right. Okay, so there you go. So it analyzed. If you want Latin American only version, I do not, because actually every once in a while I meet someone who's from Spain. That's number one. And number two, this Spanish telenovela series that I'm watching right now, Espanol C, actually uses the Vosotros one. So now I will just download that Word file and I'm going to put it in a special folder that I have off screen. Flashcards. No, I'll bring it on screen. It doesn't matter. I don't care. So I'll create a folder. Chapter 8. And I name it 01 period. And I'll say reflexive verbs in the present tense. Save that and open it. Let you see what it looks like. Let you see what it looked like. And that's what it looked like. So now I don't have to write all of this out. And I can put all of this in Quizlet. So I guess for the sake of the live stream, normally I just make all the cards, then I put it in Quizlet, but just in case you don't have time and you're watching, I'll go ahead and show you what I do next. I'll go ahead and open Quizlet. And then Quizlet has been giving me issues in Google Chrome, so I doubt if it's going to allow me to create a folder. So let's see. Folder. Yeah, see, it's tripping. So I got to open Firefox to create a folder. Firefox. Quizlet. Give me a second. Just so you see what I'm doing, I'm in Firefox to create my folder. Folder, chapter 8. It's not for a course. Create chapter 8. I did that wrong. It's supposed to be complete grammar, chapter 8, just like these over here. And now that I have this folder, I'll go back in Chrome. And here it is. And so now that I have this folder, I add study materials, create new flashcard set. I'm going to name it the same as this file here, 01 reflexive verbs in the present tense. And instead of writing these out manually or typing these out manually, I just import and copy all of these. And then I import it. So now I have all of those created. If I wanted to, I can practice right now, but I'm not. Create. Anyway, sure. I'm not going to practice right now, but now, if I wanted to, just hit flashcards. And for your settings, if you want to track your progress, turn that on, and then turn on text to speech, and that way you hear both the English and the Spanish when you go to cards. Afectarse. Oh, the other thing to notice is when I did my flashcards, like I just don't add the verbs. I tell ChatGPT to actually conjugate the verbs for me, and that's important because like at this stage, I'm beyond just trying to remember the verbs. I want to also remind myself what the conjugation of the verbs are. So that's why I have the conjugations of the verbs in parentheses. But Quizlet, if this is in parentheses, Quizlet will only read what's out of the parentheses. So in this case, it's only going to read the verb. But if I wanted it to read like everything, um, if I wanted to hear everything, I can edit these cards. How do you do that? So edit, remove this parentheses, and you'll hear it all. I choose not to hear it all, but you'll hear it all done. So now, instead of just to shave, it's going to read off afeitarse, me afeito, te afeitas, all that stuff. So let's. Yeah. So I don't need it to do all that at this stage. Anyway, just wanted to show you that. Change that back. I'm gonna edit. Put that back. So that's the first set. KLK. No sé lo que eso. What's KLK? What's up, man? Thanks again for coming. What's that? Okay. Go back to chapter 8. I gotta do the next set. Okay, so reflexive constructions with stem changing in the regular verbs. Regular, I guess I'll add all of these. That's the next set of cards. Acostarse, despedirse, irregular, reflexive. Yeah, I don't like to have many. So let's see how ChatGPT is going to take this. So here's the full verb with the parenthetical statement showing like how the verb changes, then the English translation, and then just the first person. So I wonder how ChatGPT will make a card out of that. See if it's smart enough to like throw this out based on the instructions I gave it. Let's find out. Let's see. So if I'm lucky, it's just going to conjugate the verbs. What's KLK? I don't know what that is. Killer K? I don't know. Okay, yeah, so it scrubbed it through and only did the good and only did the verb tenses. You'll also notice in my cards, like I said in a previous video, where I make sure. No, no, I'm old, man. I'm okay. Oh no, nope, don't know it. I have the fact that it's a verb. All right, it's important for me to have that it's a verb to go to sleep. I mean, obviously, for this one, it's clear that it's a verb to twist. So download that and 02. Call this irregular reflexive verbs. Save that. Go back into Quizlet. Where you at? Go back into Quizlet. Open up the file that was downloaded just now. Where it go? Enable editing. So now, again, add a set, create new flashcard set, name it. The reason why I'm putting these 01s, 02s is because if you have a bunch of flashcards in a folder, and you want to study them in a certain order, it's important to number your cards, because if you don't number them, Quizlet won't get it right for whatever reason. Regular reflexive verbs. And then import and just copy. Paste. Import. And create. Same thing. I can go into the settings now. Give me flashcards. Go into the settings. Turn on track progress, text to speech. And that set is done. I'll say. All right, where are we at? So it's like ¿Qué tal in Mexico? Okay. Can you import them like that because you pay for it? That's a good question. Let me log into my other account and oh no, I have both accounts both accounts. I have two accounts, both are paid for right now. I'm not sure. I thought to walk through it with you with my kids, but it's only giving me the smart option. Okay. Do I need to make a folder first? Yeah, I don't know. Show me. I'm going to do it one more time, and let me know what you can't do. So try to make a folder first. So that's what I did. I did make a folder, but I don't think you need to make a folder first. I'm gonna make a set outside of a folder. So let's see. I'm gonna make a set with these words to use the use of the reflexive verbs in Spanish. Okay, I didn't make. Okay, so what I'm gonna do again, I'm gonna go back and throw these in ChatGPT. Let ChatGPT do its thing. No, so I have a Dominican barber, and he never said okay to me. Like he quite literally speaks no English, and I go to him every 2 weeks, and I've never heard that. So it's the way Spanish is, man. you don't hear it, if you don't know it, you don't know it. All right, so I have these. You would think I would just be able to copy this table from here as well. Is he older? No, he's probably in his 30s. His name is what's his name? Eduardo. Eduardo. Let me see if I can just copy this junk in here. I don't think I can. I was using Grok before. Let's see. So okay. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna hit so not inside the folder, so just flashcard set. So you're saying you don't have an import button? Oh. Yeah, Smart Assist. Yeah. It's only, I don't know your situation, your financial situation, but I think it's $60. Yeah, it's like $60 a year, I believe, or even less than that, I think. Yeah, SpanishDictionary.com is $60. I think this is like $40, like $5 a month. So if you can come up with the $40, I think it'll be worth it if you're gonna be making flashcards and they're gonna use it, right? Okay, for the year. Yeah, so $40. So let me see if I can just copy and paste from ChatGPT. What I'll call this? Call it more reflexive verbs. Let's see. Huh. I guess it did work. Copying it straight from ChatGPT. Just like that. Okay. Guess the only problem is you don't have a backup though. Look at that. Chat is intuitive. Yeah. Well, so I use I used Grok before. I don't know. Are you familiar with Grok? So Grok is X AI's and so and so they're great with their own thing. But once I start seeing that ChatGPT was better at doing the things that I do most of the time, like trying to create a Word file, then I started using ChatGPT more. I did, yeah, I did like Grok. Still do, but when it comes to productivity, yeah, things change. Situations change. Grok need to get on it. What do I call these? More. I'll show you what. I'll show you what. Yeah, I'll show you exactly how Grok handles this, and then you'll see exactly why I changed. So 03, more use, more what is it? More reflexive. What I call that? More reflexive verbs, or something like that. So I'll save that. Let me go into Grok. Make sure you don't see none of my ratchetness first. Clean that out. Okay. Give me a second. All right. So I have this same thing set up for Grok, Spanish flashcards. And I will say the same thing, like confirm the instructions for this chat thread that you must follow. All right, so in those the instructions, and it does it well. So let me see, what is it doing with the verbs? I think down here, second column in a row. Where do I have it? Oh, this is not the instructions. The instructions are here. Okay, this is not the instructions I gave y'all. This is less robust. But anyway, so if I gave those same words to chat, I mean to Grok, it would do it well. Boom, like see how fast that was. But the problem here is what I was doing is I will first have to copy the table. And then I had to open this separate file here, typor, like this is something else I had to open, and then I had to paste it in this program because Grok doesn't give you an actual Word document. And if I tried to take, so then I will save this, and then once I save this, I will convert it into a Word document. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. So then I'll have to say, convert this into a Word document. And then once I get my Word document, then I will copy and paste. And because Grok provides discard just a markdown. So if I try to copy this table and do what I just did with ChatGPT, because it's markdown, let's see what happens. It's going to say, copy it, and then go back to Quizlet. Where is that at? Go back to Quizlet. And so here you see it's like to get bored with verb, right? Boom, that was ChatGPT. But if I do the same thing based on the data that I just copied from Grok, it doesn't work. So because I'm in a process of building out stuff, I need to make it easier. Like time is important for me. What did I do? All right. So anyway, so we got that. Did that make sense? Hope that made sense. Import. So now I can create this set. Yeah, exactly. And now I can put it in the folder. So how does it work with, all right, more verbs that change meaning when used as reflexive verbs. So I'll do the same thing here. Throw that in ChatGPT. Let me kill Grok. Where I'm at. Put that in there. I can shorten the workflow even faster if I wanted to. Now that I say I can just copy and paste, but I do like to have the Word documents. Like maybe somebody will want them in the future. I can package them or something, give them to someone. Because what's happening right now, and the reason why it's slow right now is because ChatGPT is using Python to create that Word document. It's just that it was hidden. That's why you couldn't see it. Otherwise, it would be fast as well. It's a lot of verbs in one set. If you want a teaching order version, non-reflexive first, then reflexive. No, I don't want that. Download that. 04. I'll call it even more reflexive verbs. I'm that way too. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Right. Yeah. Yeah. External files are essential. Yeah. I'm that way too, where I always want to copy. Yeah. So that's why I did that. Yeah. So this begs the question, right? Why am I even building out? No, maybe it's not a question. I don't need all of these words, right? So, but like quite frankly, like I said, I like having the set as opposed to like trying to go through like each word. Like I can do that, like only the words that I have a problem with, but that's what Quizlet is for. It's like in Quizlet, I'll show you. Hopefully you can do it with the free version, but you say you're going to get the paid version. So let's do this again. So let's go back to um, chapter 8, add a set. I'll show you something real quick. Flashcard set, 04, even more reflexive verbs. Import. Go to that file, or I don't have to go to the file. I can just copy and paste. Let's see what happens if I copy the table. Oh yeah, see? Can't do that. I have to copy from here. Copy. Okay. Oh, that's what happened. That's why so many cards. I didn't ask ChatGPT to do that. Oh, this table has both the reflexive and the non-reflexive verbs. That's why I made so many freaking cards. I don't need both of those. Guess I'll leave it for now. That's a lot of freaking cards. To bring near, to get closer. Anyway, I'll keep it for now. Import. So when you create the cards, the statement I was saying is that I don't need all of these words, right? But the good thing about the way you set it up is when you go into your options, go into flashcards, go into the options. This when you have, I think it's when you have track progress off. So if you say text to speech, let me see. So when you have this star, so the way I go through these cards is when if you have track progress on, what you lose is that ability to like start a card. So one way you can do it is say, okay, well, you're gonna go through each of the cards, and if you know it to bring near acercar, you'll say you know it, and if you don't know it to get closer, you'll do that, and then eventually it has to still learning versus not learning. But if you take the track progress off here, if you take the track progress off now, you can still go through the cards, all right, and if you know it, you just say, okay, I know it to agree. What is acordar? What do they want? Yeah, acordar. So if you know it, you just all right, you you move on. But if you don't know it, you can start. And so after like all 34 of these cards, you're like, all right, which ones don't I know? And that's where this option here comes in. It says, well, study only the start terms. And now the next time I go into this set, it's only going to show me right here the words I don't know. So that's kind of like, so it's a good review because you go through all the words that you know. It's like, all right, I'm good, I know those. And then ultimately you can even go into the set itself, like the entire folder, like all of chapter 8 that I'm building out, and you can say study flashcards. So this is for the entire chapter. All the cards I built so far. You can say study flashcards. Come on. So now that's so far. These are all the cards that I built, and for this chapter. And now I can do the same thing. I can say study only to start terms. So that way you're not wasting your time going through all of these cards if you already know them. Like, so that's something that you could do, but you have to have, I believe you have to have track progress off in order to do that. Because when you go track progress, that star goes away. So that's another little hack. It's probably a lot more, but that's how I use the star feature. Hopefully that made sense. Let me see. I think it's just these, and then hey Letitia Styles. I guess I have to answer her. That's my wife. Okay. Do you feel like creating your own flashcards help you advance faster? Creating my own flashcards help me advance faster. I'm just a fellow language learner. I think so. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. I don't know how to answer that. Advance faster. I think what the flashcards do for me is make sure that I see the material that I'm reading more than once, because it's easy to just go through this chapter. It only takes me like an hour, maybe hour and a half to go through this chapter. But if I never come back to these words, like I don't know all the words. If I never come back to the words, if I don't see it more than once, then I can't reinforce what I didn't know when I didn't know it. So so the flashcards, like when I'm driving, when I'm working out or something like that, it's a quick way to get a refresher, so I can go all the way back to chapter 1. So hopefully that answered your question. Did that answer your question, Letitia? Where am I at now? Sorry. All right. Useful vocabulary. Going to that. You're welcome. Okay. Download. What do you mean it's no longer available? I just made it. Uh-oh. Having technical difficulties. Download. Huh. And we all. Let's try again. Good thing I learned how to just copy and paste it. I had to switch to my phone. If you don't mind sharing, how old are you? How old are your kids that you said that you're trying to help them learn? Are they in high school right now? Yeah, it's not working. Let me take this off screen real quick. Regular. Try this again. Quizlet. Open. 13 and 9. That's an interesting age. Do they seem interested in Spanish? Or is it something that you put them in? Like is that something you're doing for them? Where am I at? I'm in. So just young enough to learn and still submitting forever, but also young enough to get distracted. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I wonder what that process will be if I had a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old. Yeah, that's not working. I'm just gonna copy and paste so I can get these things done. Because that process seems like it wouldn't, like the process that, so it's in the blood. Something I'm doing. Their mom is Puerto Rican. Oh yeah, they hear it all the time. Yeah, so I wonder if the process, like what I tell adults to do or suggest that adults do, like use grammar books, like 9 to 13. And I don't know. What has worked for them so far? Do you know? What am I doing? I'm doing this. I'm doing 05. Useful vocabulary. Number 1. Reading 1. Import. Create. Go into the settings. Track progress. Turn on text to speech. And then one more set in here. Reflexive constructions and reciprocal actions. I don't need these. And I'll make this one last set. How good is your Spanish? Would you say? And mom, is she, like, she's Puerto Rican? Is she fluent? Are you fluent? Like, how do you, like, how would you describe your level? They had a tutor. We've been working through grammar books and Duolingo. Lately, it's feel more of a chore, and I don't want it to be something that is overly taxing. So I'll rebound the plan. Is that you said you're working through it together? Messages come in slowly, so I'm talking. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. um, So are you learning together? Like there's a lot that you know, there's a lot of Spanish that you know, or you're trying to like get back into learning whenever you can say that, that'd be great. What am I at? So there, and I'll end this one. Flashcard set. Where am I at? Number 6. Useful vocab. Zero number. Reading session number 2. Import. Import. Create. Chapter 8. Text to speech. Track progress. I know a lot of Spanish. I'm pretty conversationally fluent. Cool. All right, so that's all the flashcards for chapter 8. There's one more flashcard set that I'm going to make. I don't know if you checked out Espanol C yet. I think I threw that at you. It's a little bit, it's probably too much for the kids for sure. But I'm going to talk about another one in another video that I make. They may be interested in it. It's kind of cheesy. Have you heard of Extra Spanish? Extra. It's kind of like a setup like Friends. It's 13 episodes. I mean, like 30 minutes a piece. I didn't really like it, but I don't mean that someone else won't like it. Reading number 2. Let me do this. It's called Extra Spanish. It's not reading. I didn't realize you were still on here. You must be waiting on me to hurry up and get off so you can go eat, huh, dear? Why didn't I like Extra? That's why you have to watch the video. And then I can explain it. But I'll give you the preview. I didn't like it because no, okay, great. I didn't like it because there's a guy who is supposedly from America, and he goes to visit a house full of friends who live in Spain, and the guy pronounces his Spanish as if they were English words. And because it's a show that supposedly helps people learn Spanish, I didn't like that aspect of it. It's clever because that's how most people who speak English sound when they try to, say Spanish words. But I don't think it's fitting. All right. But if you go to the comments of like the places that you can find the show on YouTube, people enjoy it. Like I said, it's just not for me. Planning taking a form test this year in October and blogging the journey. Do it. Hello, hey. Hello, I'm just popping in to say thank you for showing us Yabla. I love it. Oh, sweet. I bought Auto Dream in Spanish for that app. I'll be listening while cooking. Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I'll talk about extra Spanish soon. Maybe Sunday or something. Let me build this last set. So again, Espanol C. I actually have the PDF for Espanol C. Like when I find a Spanish resource that I really, really enjoy, I go crazy trying to like search the internet, for PDF versions of it, and I happened to find a version of Espanol C, like all the PDFs. And so now what I do, I'm going to go into Espanol C real quick. I'm done making flashcards for here. That's my beautiful wife. Episode original files. So Espanol C was no subtitles. It's in Portuguese. Like I said, in that video, if you watched it, it's in Portuguese. And so for here, because it's in Portuguese, I need another script for ChatGPT to be able to actually find the Portuguese and convert that into English. So I'm going to bring that up real quick. Where is it? Okay. Second. There you go. So here's my Portuguese what is it? My Spanish to Portuguese script. And so now, because now I'm on episode 4 of Espanol C, I have watched episode 3 today. So episode 4, where are you? I'm building this out because I just like building out projects. I guess I'm crazy like that. So again, this is Portuguese and Spanish. So 3, 4. See, as in Portuguese, it's like como siempre. My wife may be able to read it. She knows a little bit of Portuguese. Anyway, so I built one flashcard set for Espanol C2 because they have words. This is how I'm getting new information, getting new words when I watch this episode. Un poquito. All right, so here's all the Portuguese, the Spanish. So this script right here that I have for Espanol C, again, it's Spanish, and then here's the Portuguese. And so this chat takes this Portuguese and turns it into English so that the output will be Spanish to English. Do you want to learn another language? No. No, I do not want to learn another language after Spanish. It would be nice, but I just think I have so far to go. And honestly, I don't run into anyone else that I don't run into another language. I don't. I run into people who only really speak Spanish. Like other than going to a Chinese store or restaurant, I don't run into anyone that speaks any other language. I'm in Atlanta. So that's number one. But number two, again, it's like I have so far to go. I don't know if you saw the last video that I made, but it's like there's still so much domain knowledge that I don't have. I work in construction, so to speak. And so even though I really haven't had to have any conversations with anyone specific about construction and electricity and things like that, it's like there's a lot of people. Yeah, exactly. So you said, yep. So there's a lot of people that work in construction that speak Spanish, and I would want to have work related conversations at some point with them. I think that'd be cool. All right, so here's my list of English to Spanish from that Spanish to Portuguese list. So I'm going to make this, and then I will be done. And I'll study these phrases at some point tonight, tomorrow, over the next 3 days. I'll show you guys excuse me, my spreadsheet. So let me see. Copy this out. Go back into Quizlet. Go into my Espanol C. Add a set. Episode 4. Import. Take out that. Hit import. No, I didn't say that. No, I mean, it would be great to be functionally fluent at work. So here's but that's not the reason why I'm doing it. I just think it'll be kind of like I told you the other day. I think it'd be great to be able to talk to whomever about anything. Like if it was, so I don't work with people who only speak Spanish. I'm just saying, like, I'm in construction, and so subcontractors, I run into subcontractors who hire out like folks who only speak Spanish, and I don't know them, so I don't have to speak to them, but I'm always engaging with people, and so I will want to engage with them and then talk to them about like construction related stuff. If I really wanted to do it like really soon, then that's how I would like concentrate my vocabulary. Like right now, but I'm not doing it right now. Like right now, again, it's just really getting the command of the basics of the language and saying like the basic sentences correctly and fast and fluently. And then eventually adding on more construction. And if I like move too fast, then I like again I feel that I miss out on like what's really important, which is just communication. So it's a very methodical, slow approach that I'm not rushing, because if you think about it, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to get. Maybe it won't. If I wanted to, like, I guess if I wanted to just focus on construction type language, like I would, my studies would be different, because there's all types of like manuals that's only in Spanish and things like that. And I'll study just those manuals. But I just enjoy the process of just doing what I'm doing now, like just really learning the basics really well, taking on new vocabulary, little by little, seeing the same structures over and over. So it's like automatic when I say it eventually. So eventually the construction vocabulary will come. It's just not something I'm wanting to focus on at this time. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. All right, create that. And now I have Espanol 3. So I have those flashcards ready. And yeah, so that's how I build out my flashcards. Any questions? Anyone? ChatGPT, Quizlet, and I build them out. Track progress, text to speech. So I have not seen these flashcards yet. What I have, like 1 minute? I have not seen these flashcards yet. Let's see what I know, what I don't know, and then I'll close it out. Let's see. A la cara. you know them, let me see. If you know them, you can say them before me. Someone, alguien. I don't know. That's a phrase on the fly. I don't know. En la bola. En la vuelta. Abuelo. Nope. Anda. Give it a rest. I don't know. That's another phrase. Anda. I don't know. No, not for me. Anda ya. Dale. Nope. You got it wrong. Apart from, besides, a partir de, además. All right, I got that one. You got that one, right, Letitia? Tuna. Atún. There go that ad. Oh, I talked to them about that ad. So they said that this comes up only when anytime you start a new set. I reached out to them and they said that's by design. They want them to do that. I'm like, but I don't want to see it every time I want to see your ads. But they said it should come up once. I guess they're trying to promote this, whatever this is. Anyway, let's keep going so I can close this out. Ball. La pelota. El balón. Never heard that one. Must be Spanish. El balón. Let's see. El balón. Ball. El balón. I guess it makes sense. Balón, basketball. I don't know. First I heard that one. Balón. El sandwich. I heard that one. El bocadillo. Como baloncesto. You're right, dear. El cambio. Seguramente. More cierto. Cocinar. Coger. Concurso. La relación. La conexión. That's the problem with like not building your own flashcards because you don't know which word is going to come up. Growing or increasing. It's an adjective. You know, Letitia? Unless you're in PR or DE. What? For which word? The balón? Growing. Oh. No. No, it's an adjective. That's a verb. That's why I have adjectives here on these flashcards. Because of an adjective, maybe crecido, aumento, aumentar. Let's see. Creciente. Ya. There you go, dale. That's what you said earlier. No, that's a verb too. Aumentar. That's okay. Keep trying. After. There you go. Dale. After. Después de. Después de. It's a verb. Behind. Adverb. So it's either atrás or detrás. Yeah. Empezar or. What else can it be? Empezar. Empezar. Comen. There you go. Comenzar. Yeah. Instead of. Yeah, got that one. I say that one a lot. Yeah. En lugar de. Yeah, I think you could say that one too. Invest de. I say invest de all the time instead of. So en lugar de, invest de. Yeah. Team. I got that one. El equipo. I never use investe, but it's valid. Yeah, on lugar de. Yeah. I wonder if that's a regional as well. Investe. No sé. That's okay. Yeah. El equipo. To listen. I know y'all know that. There you go. That verb. Escuchar. I know y'all know that one. That's a noun. I got. La excusa. Nah, la excusa. That's what I'm thinking. There you go. To make an excuse. So it's a phrase. So I'm probably not going there, but I said excusa. Poner una excusa. Oh, I know y'all know that one. It's a verb. Influence. What you got? You got some background music going on. Influir. Close. Probably you just spelled it incorrectly. Probably typo. Influir. Influyas. ¿Quién influyas? Inspiration. La inspiración. That's, you can say that as influenciar. Almost. To try, to attempt. That could be like different ways. I don't know. This Spain, so thinking y'all know that as well. Tratar de or intentar or probar. Depends on what they mean. What? That's what I'm saying. All these obscure things. Bonus points if you get researcher. It's a noun. Yeah, I don't know it. All right. Okay, whatever. Buscador. And then yeah. To play, I know y'all know that one. It's like art, lightweight. It's a adjective. Yeah, probably know that one. Li, liger. Pero to call, I know you know that one. Waning. Ligera. Yeah, ligero. Waning. Miguante, something like that. Miguante. It's only because I watched Espanol. What was research? It was researcher, investigador. So investigator, investigador. That's what researcher was. So again, we're at the mercy. We're at the mercy of the flashcards that were built by that workbook. So I don't think we would say that. You know what? Let me see. Researcher. Let's see. I don't like not having answers. Researcher. Yeah, that's it. Researcher, el investigador. That's what SpanishDictionary.com says. Yo, no, in English. Which one? Oh, the waning moon. Yeah, I only know it because I watched Espanol C before. Um, and there's the episode is about how she orders her sandwiches according to the moon. Something my wife would do. She's like, oh well, how are the stars aligned? Maybe I'll order. Maybe she won't. I'm sorry, dear. Um, Breadcrumb, same thing. I remember that because I watched Espanol C. So that's how I pick up little vocabulary. Um, breadcrumb or crumb. I seen the English and thought of the. I seen the English. Yeah, breadcrumb or crumb. Any takers? I can't believe I remembered. La miga. Tostada. No, that's toast, but that works. Like kind of, I guess. Breadcrumb. I don't know. Um, to look, to watch. No, you know that. Mirar. Same. Pretty sure you know that one. To bother, to annoy, molestar. Yeah. Otro, otra. I think I know that one too. Yeah, so homemade bread. I'm pretty sure I know that one. I think it's pan casero. Casero? Casero? I think so. I don't know. You want to know that one? Probably not. Yeah, random stuff that I would say. Like, hey, could I get some homemade bread? I'm at Walmart, I guess. Loaf of bread. I don't remember that one though. Um, pan de barra, la pasión, la película. I see the disculpa or I don't know, perdón. La cuestión. There you go. Good job. Let's see. Can I give hearts? I don't know if you see them. If I give them, I think you have to be on mobile. Let's see hearts. No, it's a noun. Maybe it can be la pregunta or it can be la cuestión. Or the cuestión is issue, right? I think you're right. La pregunta. That's the easy one. Let's see. There you go. Yeah. Adjective. Own. Proper. Almost there. You got it. I could see him. Oh, cool. I shouldn't be giving out hearts. I should be giving like celebrations. Es mismo. Yeah, on my computer the last time I couldn't see him. Yeah, I think it's a mobile thing. El mismo. Es mío. You can say that. It's mío. It's but it's an adjective. Es mío is more like a um um a phrase. So how would you say like um it's my own house? Mia. My. No, it's propio. Propio, propia. What? No. One of those again, graded, shredded. Maybe we should know it. Dueño. No, dueño is owner. If you're the owner. Yeah. 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 Grated or shredded. I don't think I remember that one either. Like grated cheese. Grated, shredded. I don't know. What's up? Grated or shredded cheese. I don't know. Queso something. Queso. I don't know it. All right. Let's see. Rayado. Pequeño pedazos. Small pieces. There you go. That's the key, right? Just say whatever. Can I just get small pieces instead of rayado? Rayado. According to that one, let's see. Letitia, do you have that one? According to? Nah, rayado. I didn't know that one. I didn't remember it. Rayado. So that's one of those words where I'll like next time I come across it tomorrow, if I don't remember, I'll start like, all right, and I'll make sure I try to remember that. Even though I have no idea when I'll ever say grated cheese, but Segun, good job. Yeah. Segun. Luck. It's a noun. And is it la or is it el in Segun? In Segun, according to, is that how you would say it? I think it's I think Segun covers all of that. You know, Segun. You would just say Segun and then to the person. Yeah, Segun means according to. So you would say like Segun Romeo. All those prepositions that'll get you. I think it's la. I think it's la suerte. And I know that because of, mala suerte, the phrase. Ah, there you go, mala suerte. And then the last one, vein or inspiration, like inspiración. I don't know what vein is. It looks like vein as in spelled the same word. How do you spell vein as in like the vein in your arm? I'm pretty sure that's the same spelling. La inspiración or yeah, vena, but this is a noun. I don't know. Is it the same thing? La vena. Okay, la vena. I didn't know that's the same thing. Vena. La vena. Oop. La vena. Interesting. Why is that inspiration? I don't see it. I knew it as vein. Anyway. All right. Thanks for joining, y'all. I'm gonna cut this short and get some food. Hopefully you learned something. Yes, the spell roll. Which one? Is it another one way to say it? Well, it is trying to scrape from a PDF. La Vena. Yeah, La Inspiration. I don't know. It is trying to scrape from a PDF, so it has to kind of. No, Vena. It's saying it. If that's the right Portuguese word. Gracias por toda hora a comer. Find it better in some cases. Yes, except blindly. Yeah, that's true. All right. Anyway, let me go ahead and get off this live screen. Thanks for joining me again. And then take next time. So see you guys in the next one. Aprender con D talks. So I mean, now that you showed up a couple of times, though, is it D? Should I call you D? Yeah, that's what I thought too. Should I call you D, or should I just call you Aprende con D? All right. I guess we ending it. Peace.